Hello, my seventh grader, and welcome to the narrative writing hook to reflection, where the skill focus is building a complete story. Today, we're going to learn how to write a complete story with all of the important parts. By, by the end, you'll be able to take a challenge you faced and turn it into a powerful story. Shall we begin? Every strong story has five parts. First, the hook grabs attention and makes the reader curious. Then, the rising action builds up the events that lead to the challenge. The climax is the big, exciting turning point. The resolution shows how the problem ended. Finally, the reflection is the lesson you learned or how you experienced changes and how they changed you. Think of it like climbing up a mountain. The hook starts the climb, the rising action takes you up, the climax is the top, and then the resolution and reflection bring you back down with meaning. Every story has these five parts. Draw it as a ladder or mountain on the board. Each step builds up to a climax. Every story has five parts. You have the hook, which grabs the attention. You have the rising action that builds up the challenge and the events leading up to it. You have the climax, the big moment. You have the resolution, which shows how it ends. You have the reflection, and that tells the lesson you learned. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You start at the bottom, climb up to the top, the climax, and then you come back down with the lesson. Okay, we're gonna use this journal prompt as an example. Write about a challenge you faced and what you discovered about yourself. This could be something like learning to ride a bike, taking a test, or being brave in front of others. Here's an example story. The hook. My heart pounded as I stood at the edge of the pool. The rising action. I splashed, kicked, and sank over and over. Climax. I took a deep breath, pushed off, and finally floated across. Resolution. I swam to the other side, smiling with relief. Reflection. I learned that fear fades when I try. See how the story builds up and ends with a powerful lesson? Now it's your turn to brainstorm. Think of a challenge you faced. For now, we're just going to jot down short notes and ideas under each section of the brainstorming worksheet. So here's the instructions. Brainstorm a challenge you have faced. Use the prompts on the brainstorming worksheet to gather ideas before writing your story. Next, in this independent practice, we're going to expand your notes into sentences. We're going to aim for at least 5 to 6 sentences total, one or two for each part. Don't worry about it being perfect, just get your ideas out. Use your notes from the brainstorming sheet and your graphic organizer and expand your ideas into full sentences. Write at least one sentence for each story part below. Aim for at least 5 to 6 sentences total. Here's how to make your story really strong. Use figurative language like similes or metaphors, and use strong verbs. For example, instead of I ran fast, say I sprinted like the wind. After you write, underline the figurative phrase and your strong verbs. Writers always end with reflection because it helps the reader understand why the story matters. Share your reflection with me. What lesson did you learn from your challenge?